New York's first of two games against League One opposition this week is against Leyton Orient. It will be their first game against a professional football club as a newly formed side. It comes just 10 days before their first competitive game in 28 years against Fort Lauderdale Strikers. We spoke to some of the fans pre-match.
I was quite excited for it, to be honest, because I had heard of them as a big team in the past, and it's quite good they're coming back. Well, I do think of the football team because I had heard of them before, and especially now, obviously thinking of that straight away.
About the past players that have played there over the years, like Pele?
Yeah, that's big. It shows what kind of big team they were, and it's probably good that they're back again. It's interesting. I think it'll be a good game, and they'll have a point to prove. They'll probably come here expecting possibly to win. We're probably the best team they've played since then, is it? I'm not too sure, but we'll have to see, really.
What do you think of the scoreline? Do you think you beat them?
I reckon we might get a 2 or 3-1 win, something like that.
Do you know any of the players on their team in a minute?
Only really Senna, but obviously that's a big player, so it's pretty interesting to see that. He started in the World Cup, didn't he, in 2008 for Spain, so it's a big player.
I've come over from New York City. Took a flight in this morning. It's a little bit long, a little bit tired, but I'm here.
And I come over from Dublin. Just spotted the Cosmos through the internet, kind of way, and they got me into football in the first place. That's the thing. So I've gone back to my roots,
Yeah, it's actually the first time we played a professional club. For us, it's really the first time to see the team, to see what they got, see how they play, and we're really excited about it. They open up league play next week in New York. So hopefully they give a good run out and they give Leyton a pretty good game.
Really, we don't really know because we haven't been tested really at this kind of standard. We haven't played a professional club, so this is really our kind of first test against a proper team. That's we played a friendly against, what was it, Newton?
It was an amateur side.
An amateur side, and it was something that's what we did. Yeah. So we don't really know, we don't really know what to expect, how the team's going to play, how they're going to pan out, that kind of way.
I'd say there's two guys who really need to keep an eye on. It's Marco Senna. Obviously, no introduction needed there. And they got a winger named Jose from Spain, young kid. But all the reports we've heard is just been absolutely abusing people in training.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So, we're expecting big things from him. Oh, we expect to win the league. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just good crowds, really. If you get a good solid support at home in New York, we'd be grand. I think that's really the main thing, because that's the longevity of the club, So even if we don't win and go to the soccer bowl or whatever, as long as we get good crowds, it'd be grand.
So how big of an influence was Pele to get you to support, obviously, the Cosmos? Do you have a big influence on?
I think I can't speak for him, but I'm pretty young. All I remember from Pele as a kid is I had an Atari game, and it was a Pele Atari Soccer. It was two little digital pixels running around. Pele is just more the history and tradition of the club.
Yeah.
Being from New York, I'd be into this club regardless. But he's not just Pele, but other guys that have played there. There's a lot of tradition, history, a lot of great players that have played.
Beckenbauer and Canaglia, and there's a good few of them, and who else? Carlos Alberto, and there's been a good few players, and that's what kind of enhanced the brand, that made it big, that made it worldwide news, it made it people from around the world all know the Cosmos, but we're coming back now, so.
It's full time. The Cosmos put in a valiant effort but come away defeated by Leyton Orient by 2-1. Mooney and a Lisby penalty with the goals for the home side, while Sebastian Guenzati scored for the Cosmos late on. We caught up with Cosmos captain Carlos Mendes and Leyton Orient boss Russell Slade after the match.
So what have you learned about your team tonight?
I thought we showed some character. It was a great match. First half, Leyton really came strong and put a good performance in. I think second half we settled down a little bit and we played our game. But great match overall, very competitive, and we put a lot of work into that. We had to battle. It was a very competitive match. They came out flying, and we really, I think we were proud of the way we responded in the second half, especially. I thought the first half they had the better of the game and kind of controlled it a bit, and we played a little bit more in the second half. So, like I said, it was a good preseason match, and beautiful facility, great crowd, and it was exciting to be here.
Are you going to be coming to England again at all, do you hope?
Well, I hope so. We've had a great trip. There's a lot of great clubs here, and the facility's been great. So hopefully we'll be back, and they've treated us really well. It's an honor, it really is. The history, the tradition behind the club, the players that have played for this club. We have a great staff here, a great front office, so it really is a privilege and an honor, and we're excited to get our season going, and I think we have a good squad. Hopefully we'll make the fans proud. No, we can never, we know we can never duplicate that, or you're never going to match that team, some of the greatest players in the world, but hopefully we play attractive soccer and something that the fans will be proud of, and we can bring some championships back to New York. So that's our main focus, and starting August 3rd we need to be ready.
How much inspiration will you take from the likes of Pele being at the game in attendance that day?
Well, I think a full stadium and some of the greats being there. First game of the club in a lot of years. You don't have to say anymore. I think we'll be ready for it. We'll be excited. It'll be a great atmosphere, and we can't wait for it.
No, they posed a good challenge. They were difficult to break down. They got a good organisation and good shape about them when they lost the ball, and that made it more difficult for us to break down. So, no, it was interesting. We enjoyed the game. It was good.
Did you expect what you faced, really? Did you think they'd be slightly weaker or slightly stronger?
I thought they'd be athletic and strong, and then they've got that little bit of experience as well. At times Senna, he never gave the ball away, did he? He was excellent. You could see what a very good player he was. So there's this good splattering, I felt, of experienced players in there with some young athletic players, and they were very workmanlike. They worked very hard for the cause tonight. And even at 2-0 down, there was no giving up, and they were a bit fortunate to get the goal, but to make it 2-1. But having said that, I thought they deserved that.
Were your players excited to face kind of like the name of the New York Cosmos at all?
Yeah, no. It's good for us. I think it's a first for us, So it's fantastic for somebody like New York to come over. I hope they come over again. I hope it's something that we can do. Hey, I'm hoping we can go over there. I think that'd be brilliant. I think that'd be absolutely brilliant one day. Yeah, he'd love that. No, it's fantastic, honestly, and for them to come, it's been a great occasion and a good couple of thousand here to watch it. So it was good.
About your players, what was it like for them to face a player like Senna?
No, fantastic. Yeah, of course it is. Players like competition. They like a challenge, and that's what it is when you're playing against good players. It's like if we're playing Arsenal in the Premier League. It's a challenge when you're playing up against those sorts of players. So no, it was fantastic.
2 days later and 8 days before the big game, Cosmos faced a Gillingham side at Priestfield Road behind closed doors, this time earning themselves a draw. They were denied victory after conceding an equaliser in the 89th minute. Stefan Dimitrov had given Cosmos a 20th minute lead. The New York Cosmos start their NASL campaign against the Fort Lauderdale Strikers on Saturday, August the 3rd after a 28-year wait.
Okay, tomorrow night's the game with Leyton Orient. What kind of competition do you think they'll pose to you tomorrow?
They're a good side. I think it's going to be a great game and a great challenge for us, especially our season being about 11 days away. It's going to be a great opponent to face.
How excited are you about the project of getting Cosmos back on the map?
Well, it's huge for us, really. I mean, we've got people like.
No, they posed us a few questions, to be honest. I was quite impressed with them. Are we going to get soaked here, gentlemen?